Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Invicta Specs with John the Phone Guy. Today we have the Invicta Man of War Blue Label Ghost. The model number is 31934. And as a few of you have seen with some of the other blue labels, this one is right up there with how they did this blue label. It is amazing. This is a obviously a big 54, hold on, losing track here, sorry, 54 millimeter, and it's got the LG 0801B auto, and it's a ghost bridge. And if you get really close, you can see all the smudges that I left. Hold on. Alright, so as you can see, this is not just considered a plain style. This has all of the scroll, metal work inside. You can see the balance, the guillotine style or guillotine on this, and all of that. The markers are tritonite domed with the gold around the bezel. And this is just an amazing watch. Of course, you can see all the way through it and everything. This is a full scissor deployment clasp and dive keeper. Just a really stunning blue label on this. It's just really crazy. The lug screws, like a hex design on it, and I do have a couple other Man of Wars, but this one is just really up there. The keeper on the locking crown guard. This is a fully locked crown guard because it is 30 atmospheres, 300 meters, 990 feet. Of course, position 1, you're going to wind it, and if you look real close, you can see the spring being wound. Obviously pull it all the way out, and you're going to adjust time from just a very basic sense of time. There's not, which I kind of like, having just a very simple dial. Not really a lot, no dates or anything like that, but you really, from the aspect of appreciating the inner workings of everything, this one is just really remarkable. Of course, this locks back in, and really beefy on this. So, you can really not worry about this. This is a mineral crystal. Forgot to mention that. So, impact resistance is really high on this. It's going to be mineral front and back. So, it, like I say, very impact resistant, but being that it's a slightly softer compound to be able to handle the impact, it can be a little bit more scratch resistant. Obviously, I try and baby mine as much as possible, but it just kind of is what it is. You just have to be careful around it. I probably would say you're probably going to have a better chance of maybe scratching something on the case, just because of everything that's going on versus the crystal itself. But as you can see, you get the guillotine style that is automatically winding it. And what's really interesting, there you go, you can see all of the metal work detail that they did. This is a 21 jewels, you can see. So not I wouldn't say this is absolutely the top of the line, but it is a good quality watch. It keeps good time. I think just in general, just looking at and seeing all the detail of it. Let's see if I can get this thing to calm down. Here we go. So I think that's what's really unique about this, is you really get to see the inner workings. Of course, you got your balance wheel. Your escapement is right there. You can kind of see it right about in there. You can see the little pendulum that goes back and forth that's keeping time. Of course, there is no second hand on this, so this is just a two-hand movement. But all in all, I love the way this thing looks, and I mean, realistically, this is just, you know, a stunning watch to look at. But enough about all of that, me prattling on. We'll just go ahead and throw our numbers in. So 54.5 is what I get on my calipers. Weight wise, this is going to be probably fairly heavy, you know, full bracelet and all. So just a little over 10, not too bad for being that it's a 54 millimeter. It is 19 millimeters high on the side, you know, rising up. So it is a fairly thick, you know, so that's about 3/4 of an inch. You figure 6 millimeters is a quarter of an inch. So the bracelet on this guy is 26. The lug span, of course, the way this thing tapers, it's not going to be that binding, but 51, 52. And as you can kind of see, it kind of has a decent taper to it. So, and all that being said, I have about a little less than a 7-inch wrist now, but you can kind of see how it sorry, here we go, you know, sets on the wrist. I do love the way this thing looks on the wrist, though. It's just an amazing watch. So that pretty much covers everything on this watch. And as always, shout outs to Smitten by Invicta on Instagram. Ladies fashion centered on Invicta and all that goes with it. Also, Trap Vision 3D and Tommy Big Time on YouTube. Their videos are a wealth of information and just, you know, understanding the watch collecting community from an Invicta standpoint. We do most of our shopping on ShopHQ, Invictastores.com. Also, Facebook, Invictaholics, Invictacruisers, and InvictaVets. And as always, if you find this video or others interesting, I'd appreciate a subscribe and hit the bell, and you'll know when the next one's coming out. And with that, I say enjoy your Invicta watches, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.